March 2nd, 2026, Township of Hamilton Committee meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law by posting a notice of this meeting on the bulletin board in the municipal building and by transmitting notice of this meeting to the Press of Atlantic City, Star Ledger, and Atlantic County Record on January 6, 2026. Mr. Aiken?
Here.
Mr. Cheek?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Here.
Mayor Patali?
Here. We have a moment of silence for private reflection. Thank you. Proclamation for National Women's History Month. I have a proclamation for Pastor Ethel Braxton. Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say I would like to thank the mayor and township committee for allowing this to go on. This is the third year that we've honored women during Women's History Month. And this year, I'm so very proud to honor Pastor Ethel Helena Braxton. Whereas Pastor Ethel Helena Braxton of Mizpah, New Jersey, a born leader with a heart for people, was educated in Hamilton Township school system. She earned her Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education from Glassboro State College and later obtained a master's degree in human services from Lincoln University. Whereas in 1983, Pastor Braxton moved to Nigeria, where she served as a teacher and later as deputy acting principal of Sacred Heart Elementary School in Kaduna. Upon returning to the U.S., she poured her heart into community work across Cumberland and Atlantic counties. As executive director of Mizpah Inland Human Services Incorporated for over 23 years, she has launched several transformative programs. And I just want to add that she's also participated and had Juneteenth in Mizpah and also participated in here in Mays Landing. Whereas Pastor Braxton later served as the unit director of the Violin Call Arthur Center Boys and Girls Club of Cumberland County after 15 years of dedicated service. She officially retired in June of 2025. Whereas a powerful woman of faith, Pastor Braxton was ordained in the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church in 2006. Her ministry includes preaching, teaching, and pastoral care, discipleship, and community outreach. Whereas, in addition to her pastoral leadership, Pastor Braxton is a certified life coach who offers faith-based life coaching to individuals seeking spiritual growth, personal development, healing, and purpose-driven living. Whereas Pastor Braxton is a devoted mother of 2 daughters, a loving grandmother, and a beloved wife. Now, therefore, we, the sworn members of the Hamilton Township Committee in Mays Landing, New Jersey, do hereby honor Pastor Ethel Helena Braxton during National Women's History Month in perpetuity as established this second day of March in the year of 2026.
I just want to say thank you, of course, to the township for this honor. Thank you all so very much. But I just stand here representing all women, especially the women that work in the kitchen and their households, the ones that don't have titles and names, but they keep their families together and they keep the community together and they keep this Hamilton Township together. So I stand here and representing all of them. And I just thank all of you, my family that's here, my daughters, and my husband. He was having that. My husband and Way Court Outreach Ministry. I really thank you, and our township, Democrat Club, and Bob Campbell and Judy, all of you. I just thank all of you. My sister and in-law, my cousin, all of you. Thank you all so very, very much for this honor. Thank you.
Their family, I think they're trying to bring you gifts. They can come up and take
Your
pictures.
husband and daughters want to bring you something.
Okay, stretching out. Take pictures, take pictures.
Shane and Greg are getting it. Okay, we have no guest presentations. Addition, deletion, late agenda items to be considered for action tonight. We have 7A3, business registrations, Funny Farm Rescue, 6908 Railroad Boulevard, craft show permit for 5/3/26. 7A4, business registration, Jack Lyon, transient vendor license, equipment auction at ACRC, 3/26 through 4/8. And 7A5, business registration, gap number 7152, Consumer Square Shopping Center, retail clothing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. Early public comment. Anybody signed up?
No one signed up.
Nobody signed up. Discussions. Formal action may be taken. Vacation of a portion of Penny Lane. Mr. Solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. Township Committee remembers we had this one for discussion approximately 2 meetings ago. We had a request by a property owner that went alongside the paper street Penny Lane asking us to vacate it. We took a look at it, had the opportunity to look at it with the township engineer. This is a paper street that runs along the Great Arab River. Some of it is bulkhead, some of it is in the marshlands and waterway. It was our position that it's not at this time in the township's interest to maintain or to keep that paper street. It's our position and recommendation to vacate it. We did reach out to the adjacent property owners. The paper street runs on one side is a property, it's a solid piece of property that the township owns. On the other, there are individual parcels. We did get 9 responses. We had 8 that were substantially in favor of vacating it. We did get 1 objection back from one of the property owners. In reviewing the objection, it was just that they lived there for a long period of time, didn't want anything to change. Our position that vacating the street does not change the physical property itself, so that wouldn't preclude us from being able to vacate that street if you'd like to do so. So at this point, the next step would be making the initial deposit, working on getting the meets and bounds, reviewing that, and then would come back before Township Committee if you wanted to move forward the vacation by way of ordinance. So at this point in time, we would just ask any questions that you may have, and if you want to move forward with vacating the street or not vacating the street.
Questions, comments?
Sure, I have a question. So if we vacate this, will we be landlocking anyone?
No.
No one?
There's access to all the property based on review from the alternative side.
Yeah, the only property that's, let's say, would be landlocked would be the township property, which is out in the Great Egg Harbor River. It's a portion of the property in the water.
Oh, the water's right there?
It's surround. It's
Surround-
the water is over top
okay.
of the property.
Okay,
Yeah, so there's no use of that property either.
okay. Thank you.
Well, I have one question. Will you notify the person that objected that whatever the results was after this vote?
Yeah, yes, we could. And as we move forward, the ordinance would obviously go for introduction. There would be a public hearing as well before a final determination is made. So the individual did want to come out and address Township Committee during the public hearing, they would have an opportunity to do so.
Thank you.
I have a question. And the little bit of land that is going to be given to them is going to be taxed. It's
Yeah,
going to add to their taxes that little bit, what is it, 12 foot or something like that?
it's based on review of the map. Portions of it may vary a little bit, but it's approximately that. Typically, when you're vacating a street, the municipality has the opportunity to split it in half. Half of the property goes to one side, half goes to the other, so you just split down the middle. But it was the opinion of a lot of the people that wanted the vacation. They asked for the majority of it or the entirety of it. It is in the discretion of the Township Committee to be able to turn over the entire paper street to the alternative adjacent property if you'd like to do so. So that would be in the ordinance as well.
Anybody else? Any other questions, comments? So what are you looking for us to do from here?
Direction if you want to move forward to vacating the paper street, if we're going to turn over the entirety of the paper street to the properties that are not owned by the municipalities. So in other words, the non-township property, the paper street would go to the alternate side.
Looking at the map, I would think that the entire street should go to the property owners. There's not another property owner on basically the west side of the street. It's all marshland from there.
That's correct. It's all township property. on
Yeah.
this side, which is in the water.
Anybody wish to move this forward to go ahead, move forward with the
Vacation process.
vacation process? And do we want to do it for the whole street or just half?
Wouldn't it make sense to just do the whole street?
I make that motion.
Second.
Okay, you took my motion.
Sorry.
You're not fast enough.
I have a motion and a
I have to,
second.
I was getting my wording together. You know, I'm trying to have proper etiquette.
And can we get a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patel?
Abstain. Okay, moving on. Public hearings, adoption of ordinance. We have ordinance 2128-2026, ordinance of the Township of Hamilton repealing and replacing Chapter 203-187, Article 15 of the Land Development Ordinance entitled Affordable Housing. This is a public hearing. If anybody wishes to speak,
So for clarification, oh, I'm sorry, dear.
let's open up to the public.
Now you jumped it.
I know. I was ready.
Anybody close public?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to close public. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. What's our pleasure?
A motion to move to close?
This would be a motion.
Yeah, this would be a motion for the,
Pardon me?
We already motioned to
Motion to
close.
close.
public
close,
session.
so this
is
would be a
now
motion to
No,
adopt.
to adopt that, yes.
Okay.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, comments? I believe.
I was just
Committee
going to
would-
say, for clarification, how many affordable units are we required to have?
Jen?
Jen Heller from Palestina and Associates. I authored the amended housing element and fair share plan. Our obligation in the fourth round is 68 units. Your obligation in the prior rounds, off the top of my head, was like 342. So we're working into the fourth round right now.
What was the part about the 342?
That's the third round. So that went from 2015 to 2025. Every 10 years, they go back and give each town an obligation. So we're in the fourth round process, and that's why we're here tonight for amending the ordinances so that they're compliant with the fourth round rules. So in our fourth round, we're obligated to provide 68 affordable units.
Additional units.
Additional units on top of every prior round and third round. It's cumulative. So this round, and it's 68 units, but it's really credits because you get bonus credits for municipally sponsored affordable housing projects, supportive needs housing. So you get an extra credit for certain types of housing. So it's not really 68 units as much as it's 68 credits.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So it's, in the paperwork, it says it was 65, so the credits would make it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 65 for Hamilton. I do 8 other towns.
Right.
So my numbers are.
I just
a
wanted to
little bit-
make sure that we had that for the record.
Yes, so 65 units for the fourth round, and but the ordinance that we're looking at for affordable housing, just so it's clear, that ordinance is setting forth not the township's obligation, but the way that the township is going to handle the affordable housing. It sets forth the mechanisms, and it codifies the state rules that are standard across the state for affordable housing, how they're monitored, how they're maintained and deed restricted. That's what this ordinance is setting forth. It's the model ordinance that was adopted and certified by the DCA and signed off on by Fair Share Housing Center. So it's all the UHAC rules that all the towns are to comply with. So we can't deviate from a lot of the requirements in here. We tailored it to meet the mechanisms that the township is putting forth to meet the obligation. Thank you. You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patali?
Yes.
All yes.
B, ordinance 2129-2026, an ordinance of the Township of Hamilton repealing and replacing Chapter 167, Article 11 of the Land Development Ordinance entitled Mandatory Affordable Housing Development Fees. This is a public hearing. Anybody from the public wish to speak?
Motion to close?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Ayes have it. What's our pleasure?
I make a motion to move.
Are we doing questions? Are we?
Second.
Questions or
Thank
comments?
you so much. Was the planning board okay with both of these ordinances?
Yes, they did have the opportunity to review them. I believe in your packet there is a memo that both of them that were found and deemed appropriate with the master plan. So yes, they met on February 19th, 2026.
Okay, thank you.
That's correct, yes.
And this will make us compliant with the state, the DCA, with the fees that are already set.
You have fees in place now. We are repealing and replacing this section of the ordinance to comply with the new fourth round rules. So this just updates it. We did not change any of the mechanisms or any of the requirements for the fees. It's the same fees apply. It just, they added language in to be consistent with the fourth round rules.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patali?
Yes.
All yes.
And moving on, introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 2130-2026, an ordinance amending Chapter 66, Article 2, Exhibit A, Section number 1, subsection, regular dual positions of the Code of the Township of Hamilton and the Township of Hamilton's Chart of Organization to provide for the creation and amendment of certain positions and maximum salaries. Mr. Solicitor?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Township Committee recalls Mr. Goodman came before Township Committee a meeting or two ago and gave a presentation on the creation of these two positions. This simply amends the salary ordinance to allow for the addition of these two positions and also takes away the duplicate position of property maintenance enforcement officer. So it just updates both of those positions, as well as updates the organizational chart for the municipality to include both positions on there. Thank you.
What's our pleasure?
A motion.
I have a motion to second. Any questions, comments? Hearing none. Have a roll call vote, please.
Who was my second? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I second.
Dr. Witherspoon.
Oh,
Dr.
no, I
Witherspoon.
thought I motioned. Yeah. Boy, I'm off.
Right. Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patel?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Award of bids, contracts, change orders, resolution approving ACUA rider to shared services agreement for solid waste collection services and authorizing mayor to sign the same. No additional costs.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patel?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
6B, resolution to increase the not-to-exceed amount for bid number 2024-10, tree and stump removal services, Rich Tree Services Incorporated, South Plainfield, New Jersey, for an additional amount of $12,000 for the period 1/1/2026 through 12/31/2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patel?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
6C, resolution to increase the not-to-exceed amount for bid 2023-11 snow plowing services, Warner's Construction Incorporated, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, for an additional amount of $50,000 for the period 10/1/2025 through 4/30/2026.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
Yes. How much did we spend with them on the last snowstorm?
Looking at the report from Public Works, it looks like $27,000.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patel?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Consent agenda.
A motion for items 7A3 to 7A5 and then 7B to 7H.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it.
We have 1 and 2, 7A, 1 and 2.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't go for that.
Okay, so we got to do 7A, 1 and 2.
Yes.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion and a second.
I have questions as far as 9 canvassing permits for Anderson Windows knocking on your doors. Did we do a background check or anything of that? And or what happens if we have a problem of 9 people hitting one development, knocking on 55-plus doors?
Mr. Solicitor?
Mayor, my assumption is it went through the registration process in accordance with the township ordinance and recommended for approval. If they're following the township ordinance.
Does the township ordinance have a background check on the individuals that will be knocking on a 55-plus woman's widow door?
I understand that they don't have a full background check.
Based on the what? I didn't catch it.
And I believe it's inside of the packet. Each person had to fill out the permit application, and then it's asked if they are,
Yeah, they
if
show
they
their
have any
ID.
records or, anything of that nature. And it's checked at that point.
That's correct, Dr. Witherspoon. There is an affirmation statement on there.
Are they required to wear some kind of ID or a badge or something?
Not on the ordinance, not at this time. They are required to provide ID.
Can we require them to wear ID? Because how would we even, I mean, we know who they are. We do have a copy of their ID, but how would the residents know if someone did something dysfunctional and try to report them? They wouldn't even know who they were. So is it something we can do about that?
The township may like that. It could be something I can look into the piece where they can look at the current statute and police law regarding that as well. So I can look into that and report back.
Yeah, just a badge, just some kind of
Yeah,
name
display.
badge. Even if it's the first name, it doesn't even have to be the full name.
I understand. I can look at that and report back to you as discussion.
Change the ordinance.
We can look into it if it's feasible.
Can I?
So that everybody's aware, you can go on the township website, go to the clerk's page, and there's a list there of the approved canvassers. Also, if you have a sign out front saying no soliciting, they're supposed to adhere to that, correct? And if they do come to your door and you ask them to leave, they are supposed to leave and not say anything, leave immediately. So if there's any problems, you can contact the police department on the non-emergency line, and they will do their best to get somebody out there as quickly as possible to take care of any issues.
On a personal item, I have a 90-year-old mother that would invite you in for lunch.
Where should I?
Morgantown.
Okay.
Okay. Looking on the website's fine, but when you have so many 55-plus communities, and a criminal is not going to see a no soliciting sign and turn around. Just my opinion.
It's been my experience. This is not the first group that has come into the township, but they've worn like shirts from the company that they were from, and it identified them. But I do agree, for name or something like that, that may be something that we can look into. But it's normally from the company. There's a T-shirt
Or a lanyard.
or
with
yeah,
a display and a badge or something. Yeah, that
Right.
maybe too.
right. So it can be both. I just wanted to say that's been my experience.
You can look
So-
into that and see if we're allowed to do that.
So can I ask, our 55 communities, are they automatically like not solicit? You can't solicit in there? Like when you go into one of those, there isn't a sign?
No.
You're saying you can't solicit in 55 and
No,
No, you
not
can't.
blanket.
I thought maybe it was like a blanket for the, let's just take Tavistock for one. There isn't a sign out front that says no soliciting.
Not currently.
And as far as the number, there's no, like, we can allow as many as we want in the ordinance. So back to the ordinance, there's no like set number, like Rich was saying, 9 from this one company.
There's nothing that limits the
number from a company.
But it's not 9 people coming up to the door, maybe.
No,
9
I
people
know
in the
that
development.
9 in our town. yeah.
In our development. And like in, say, like in, well, Victoria Crossing.
Yeah.
It's 9 spread out. I
Mhm.
could, that would be, you know,
Yeah, I know
disturbing
what
to
you're
me
saying.
if 9 people came up to my
Yeah,
door.
no, I don't expect that.
At one time. All right, but, well, that is true.
Another thing, Mr. Mayor, when you were talking about if they have a soliciting sign, can it be any type of soliciting sign? There's not like a specific soliciting sign where they know that I can't knock at this door.
There's not a state mandated sign that says it has to be this size or this color or this language on there. It has to be clear.
So I can just take and draw it and mark it and put it in my window.
That's
I'm
the
just saying.
objective, as long as it's clear, it's straightforward.
And they can see it and it's clear. That's acceptable. That's legal. That's good.
Without knowing the specifics, but if it's clear, it's pretty straightforward, and an objective person would be able to understand what it meant.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Against? Ayes have
Aye.
it. You're against.
I'm against.
Get that, Jane? He's against it.
So, okay, we already voted. It's time to move on. Go ahead.
Moving on. Okay, personnel appointments to sustainability team. 2 vacant 1-year terms. I believe we have 2 applications. So I'll go ahead and I'll make the motion to appoint Audrey Palumbo and Sierra Duffy. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Audrey Palumbo and Sierra Duffy.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Ayes have it. 8B, motion to accept resignation of Jerry Nelson from HTMUA.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? 8C, appointment to fill unexpired term of Jerry Nelson as an alternate 1 member of HTMUA, unexpired 5-year term to expire 2/1/27. If I may ask our solicitor, can we move the current alternate 2 up to alternate 1 now and then backfill alternate 2? So we would have to make a separate motion to move alternate 2 up to alternate 1.
So yes, you would point the alternate 2 as the alternate 1, and then you would fill.
Right.
Not to complicate things even more, I feel as if we just took his resignation, whatever position 1 or 2. I feel like we shouldn't appoint basically Jerry's seat, give the public a chance to apply for that position to next meeting or whatever. We haven't had, he didn't resign till 2 minutes ago.
Well, according to this,
Someone's on here, isn't it?
it looks like he resigned in January.
But we didn't accept it. And was it open to the public so the public knew it? That's all.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, it just give them, it's an alternate one or alternate two position. Give the public 2 weeks for other people to apply for that position.
So you're saying this never went public?
I don't know.
Well,
Now we just accepted it,
We just accept,
Well, we also have a,
but we haven't, then
but he applied then. But did the other public know that we were accepting the application, the resignation, I mean?
well, I don't know what happens at the, because I haven't been to a meeting at the MUA in a minute, a couple of years, but it looks like this happened January the 18th, 2026 at 6:50
But
p.m.
was it announced to the public and we just accepted it
I
right
think,
now?
I thought that it was announced in the meeting at the MUA meeting in the public. I thought that's what.
But we assigned him and we didn't accept it until a couple of minutes ago.
Well, we didn't get it.
Exactly.
Oh.
No.
Hmm?
I kind of like the guy that applied.
Well, that's
so-
fine, but it's also, there's 27,000 other people that may want to apply. It just gives somebody the opportunity. During reorg, there's other applications. That's all. I'm not saying.
Right,
I mean,
right. We got
I
it.
would vote for the guy, but you
Okay.
still have to leave it out, in my field, you leave it out for the public.
Okay, so
So-
you want 2 weeks of public?
Yeah, that's all. Just give somebody else a chance. Now they know.
Where do we do from here?
If you wanted 2 more weeks, you could do a motion to table,
Mm-hmm.
and push it to the next meeting, address it at the next meeting. So you would motion to table 8C.
So you would have to motion it
I'll motion the table.
to move to
Well, they would
8C.
just determine that.
He said 8C, you have to say that.
It would be a motion to table 8C.
I'll motion to table 8C.
Okay, so I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of tabling it?
Aye.
Aye.
Those
nay.
against?
Yeah, I'm a little, I don't want to say confused, but it looks like, I was just looking at the application of the person that submitted it
Right.
as an alternate 2, but we have an alternate 1 appointment, so
What's your vote for tabling it?
no,
No?
no.
Okay, and I'm a no, so.
Okay.
So I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to appoint Robert Fink as alternate 1.
What's his name?
Robert Fink.
Bob Fink, he's the one who's already there.
Okay.
I'd like to move him to alternate 1 at MUA.
Are we doing that now? Are we doing the movement? Can we do the movement now, what we were just talking about?
Yeah, you can appoint him to alternate 1.
Okay.
Through that appointment, then there will be the vacancy alternate 2. So if you want to fill it alternate 2 tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a motion to move Mr. Fink to alternate 1 from alternate 2. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are we, this is,
So there's an alternate 1.
yeah, because it looks like we're doing unexpired. Is that the one we're doing?
Yeah, so for the public's clarity, there is an opening with resignation. Township Committee just accepted there is opening, a vacancy for alternate 1. It's my understanding that there's a motion on the floor to take the alternate 2, move them up to alternate 1, which would then create a vacancy for alternate 2. But rather than appointing a new member to alternate 1 tonight, you're appointing that member to alternate 2.
And the motion is for Robert Fink, right?
Yes,
That's
Robert
correct.
Fink to move to alternate 1.
One.
For the unexpired term.
The unexpired term for alternate 1 is 2/1/27. The unexpired term, if there's a vacancy for alternate 2, would be 2/1/28. Is that correct?
Okay, but I don't see an application
There-
attached, so what?
There is no application. He's already on the board.
He's already on the.
So you're taking the one from that's already on the board as
Yes.
opposed to the one that's attached?
Correct.
Are we moving that one up?
We're moving Bob Fink, who's already on the board, at alternate number 2,
Right,
into alternate number 1.
and then this other person's
And
gonna
then
be
We
two?
can decide
Yes.
if we want
Oh, okay.
We just need two separate resolutions.
Two separate
Two
resolutions.
separate votes, and the reason being is because there's two separate expiration dates.
Okay,
That's why you're not doing it as one joint.
okay, so we're doing the unexpired term right now
For alternate one.
for alternate one,
That's
is
correct.
that correct?
Yes.
Bob
the
Fink.
motion. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, okay. And then we're gonna do alternate two,
Then you can address alternate. two.
then we can address alternate two and move that person up.
Yes.
Okay,
Did we have a vote?
We had a motion and we had a second. We haven't had a
Second.
vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. So now we have appointment to fill unexpired term of Robert Fink, correct?
Yes, Mayor.
I make a motion.
Just for clarity point, is appointment to alternate two for an unexpired 5-year term to expire on 2/1/28.
Make a motion to appoint James House,
second.
I have a
alternate
motion-
2.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. Resolution appointing Jane Bash as an agency redactor for the Township of Hamilton in accordance with Daniel's Law implementation.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Ayes have it. Approvals, minutes, regular meeting minutes of February 17th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. Minutes, executive session meeting minutes of February 17th, 2026.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Bills. Bill list total, $4,119,696.31.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Reports. Mr. Administrator.
So we had another tough snowstorm last week. I just want to give a shout out to our Public Works Department, our Police Department, and more importantly, our OEM office. Turns out the storm is a reimbursable event because if the governor declared a state of emergency, we could possibly get some of those funds back. Kept good records during the storm, working with our OEM coordinator and Mike Brandenberger over in the police department. Looks like we're going to submit to hopefully recoup 75%, up to 75% of the cost of the storm. You guys through some of the not to exceeds tonight for tree removal, snow removal. So that would be huge if we were able to capture those funds. That's all I have. Thank you.
Very good. Mr. Solicitor.
Nothing to report this time, Mayor.
Mr. Engineer.
Nothing to report.
On to committee members. Dr. Witherspoon.
Yes. I first want to say that Public Works, I felt, done an excellent job with the storm that came up. It was a monstrous storm. And there was a street that, maybe a couple that were not done, but as soon as I called, it was taken care of. So I wanted to say thank you for the wonderful job that you've done. I also had a meeting with Public Works, and it was a very productive meeting with the director, Chris Tilley, and is it Sue? Yeah. And it was very, very good. I was able to, we went over budgetary things, and we also They took me on a tour of all of the different recreational buildings and the sites, the recreation sites that they are responsible for. And that was good for me to see. I knew some, but I didn't know all. So I was very glad. And I did go to the firehouse, Weymouth. I had to say that part because I was riding up and down the Black Horse Pike and I didn't see it. But I didn't know I had to drive up into it. But it was a very, very good tour, and we spent a couple of hours together, and I was very, very pleased with what I saw. There were some geese that died at the Hamilton Mall, but I don't know if they starved to death. I don't know if they had the bird flu because it was just so cold, and they just couldn't eat. I don't know what really happened with that, but we were out riding, and there was so many geese at the soccer field. I never seen that many at one time. So I thank God that I heard that we have the geese chasers. Oh my Lord! But it was a very, very good meeting and a very good tour, and I'm so thankful to Director Tilly and Sue for taking me on the tour to see everything in the township of all of the various sites that they are responsible for, and they have a huge responsibility. And everything is clean and everything is done. And I'm not bragging. I've rode all over this county. But Hamilton Township, the streets were very drivable, you know, and it was one of the best in the county. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But it looked very, very well. So I was very thankful for that. So thank you so much for that. And then on Friday, I was at Renault Winery, and I got sworn in as the second vice president of the Atlantic County League of Municipalities. So I was very excited about that, and then I will be attending the meeting on March the 20th. And I didn't look at where it's going to be, but I will be at Seeking. That's right, at Refugees. I will be going to that, and also the Atlantic County officials meeting is on the 13th. And I plan to attend that meeting as well. So I believe that is the end of my, and I want to also give a shout out to the police department because there's been a lot of deaths, auto deaths, and we just had another one. And for them to see all of this, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot on our police officers, but they've been doing a fine job. You know, and doing the best that they can do in those type of situations. It's never easy when you do something like that. I retired from a Lang City Police Department. I retired from the city after 35 years, but I've done my last 15 in the Lang City Police Department. So I know what it's like, not so much as an officer, but to see what they go through. And I want to thank the chief and your men and women for doing a fine job. I understand the last one we had was with Mr. William Bussey. His son plays on the Hamilton Powell Police Athletic League. And I know that because my grandson plays on the Police Athletic League for Hamilton Township. I haven't been there yet. My daughter was like, you got to show up at, I was just like, well, they only practicing. But they do have a Hamilton Township Police Athletic League, and I believe that they practice at the Hess School. So I really didn't know that until my grandson applied, and he made the team. So I was really proud. I don't think he didn't have my last name, but he made the team. So I was really excited about that. He made it on his own merits. He's at practice now. And so I wanted to thank the township for that, because sometimes people are saying what we do not have in the township, and we have so much here in the township. I did receive a text that the grocery store, the grocery outlet, and United for, I'm not looking at it, I put my, for Roots, for Roots, they had given out food over at the Memorial Park in the parking lot. And I told them that it was a great job. I didn't know about it. I believe it's for Hamilton Township, but I don't know how to get the word out. I did ask for a scheduled list so that we can add that to the list. And there's no questions asked. You just show up and get the food. And they take it. They have a whole big trailer and everything. It's really is a nonprofit. I never heard of this group, but I got to check them out so I'll know all about what they're doing. But I'm thankful that they are doing something in additional in Hamilton Township, which I'm very proud of. And I also want to say, in my closing, the pantries that we do have, Main Street Pantry, St. Vincent de Paul, at the Alfred Lundy Center, and the Harvest Church, they do a fantastic job every week giving out food, and that's a lot to be said. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do that every single week. I think Alfred Lundy Center is the third Thursday and then every Sunday. But the Main Street Pantry and St. Vincent de Paul is every single week. So if people that you know that need food, they can go to the pantry or St. Vincent de Paul and pick it up. So thank you, and that is my report.
Very good. Mr. Draken.
So first, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Witherspoon on her appointment. That gives our township a little juice. Second, thanks again to the Public Works. This storm was, tons and tons of snow, but it was wet, heavy, trees everywhere. Phenomenal job. Also with our contractors that we hired out, phenomenal job. I go down the streets the same way, and they're pretty clear, and I was much impressed. Also, I know we're, a little upset with electric bills, being increased, but I think the electric company held their own. I mean, they had a lot of trees and down wires and everywhere, not just here, but all our, communities, Egg Harbor Township, Galloway, all of them. So I think them and their contractors also did a good job. I know I was out for 3 days out in the Bears Head section. I waited, but, they came through. So kudos to them also. But again, Public Works, phenomenal. You guys, because this storm with the weight of that snow and the trees everywhere it was wild. So kudos to you guys. That's it.
Very good. Committeewoman Thompson.
Before you let him go. Okay, so I want to start by congratulating Miss Pastor Ethel for National Women's Month. I think that was a well-deserved honor for her. She does so much in the community, so I wanted to acknowledge that. Also want to acknowledge our own committee woman, Dr. Thelma Witherspoon, who's second vice president from League of Municipalities here for our county, representing Hamilton Township. The snow, like we all said, we have to acknowledge the snowstorm was crazy, but I got phone calls also. Victoria Point, Victoria Crossing called, and I think I called you right about the street, Babcock or something like that. I want to say that your department, Chris Tilley, was right spot on. I even had other people call and they said, oh, they came right out the next day. I mean, there was really literally no complaints, basically just from the initial of something that they might have saw and wanted to let us be aware. And then you were there, or the whole public work, somebody was there the next day. So exceptional job. I also went out with our director, Chris and Sue, for my tour, and was very pleased with how big Hamilton Township is and all the parks. We got a lot of parks out here in the woods and the cubby holes, and I said, God, we got a lot of Smokey the Bear little side parks over here, and everything was beautiful. He was especially wanted me to know how much work and things they do to keep the community to look the par. And it's so many things that he was just saying that was too much to name, because he has a whole plan every day where he sends out so many workers for, they might be clipping trees, or it's so many things that he was saying about cleaning during the summertime, which I didn't know, how we keep Hamilton Township so clean during the summertime. So, this was good to know. And I was so pleased to hear that the Public Works Department, they do all of that. And that was a great meeting. It was a great tour, and I was very pleased with the director, Chris Tilley, and I want to put that on the record. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of attending a championship game for our Hamilton Elite JV basketball team, and we won. We're back-to-back champions, so they brought the championship home. I want to do a shout out to the young lady. She's the only young lady on that JV team, and her name is Aubrey Williams. She was doing her thing and playing basketball, keeping up with the boys on this championship team. And one of the little young fellas, I said, oh, it's my little boyfriend, because he is such a baller. Oh, he reminds me of Steve Nash. And his name was Alex, and his brother plays also on the team. There was a local cheerleader. I saw her on the one of the social media networks. They didn't say her name, but there's a local cheerleader at the New York Avenue School. She was the cheerleader of the month, and she was raising funds for her competition. So she makes handmade bracelets. I don't know if anybody knows, but I just want to shout out to the cheerleader of the month at the New York Avenue School. This cheerleader, she's raising funds, selling handmade bracelets. They didn't have her name, but I thought that was so nice. If somebody knows her name, I'll shout it out. And you know her name? It's at the New York Avenue School.
Is that,
Here.
no, that's Elaine City.
Oh, well, they had her posted at the Mays Landing grocery store that she was doing handmade. So that's what threw me off. But she was a cheerleader here at our Mays Landing grocery outlet, and she had handmade bracelets that she was selling. They didn't say that she wasn't from here. I'm sorry. But that was, that's during the time that they also was doing the food distribution, and, they were putting all their information on the social media at the same time, and they went to the park and they gave out food for our residents. I think that's it.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Chief.
Yes, back to the snow. First of all, congratulations, Dr. Witherspoon, with
Thank
your
you, Committee.
position. The snowstorm, the mayor and I have attended quite a few meetings, and it was my first time going through something like this. And in layman's terms, what a well-oiled machine our township has. Everything had to tie together: the police, the rescue squad, public works, subcontractors. As a plumber, I was amazed that Public Works had to have a plow with the rescue squad, which you don't even think of, but yet they do in case they have to plow their way down the driveway. It was just a learning experience. And the mechanism and everything that goes together to put something like that, and the way we ended up at the end of that storm was just unbelievable. Like I say, it was a well-oiled machine, and thank you to everyone that was involved in that. Then also this weekend, a student at the ACIT, Mays Landing resident, Brianna Growall, is now the Group 4 state champion for the 55-meter hurdles. So that's quite an accomplishment to be a state champion in an individual sport. So congratulate to her. And that's all I have.
Very good, thank you. And I'll start off. Dr. Witherspoon, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know you'll serve us well there, and it's good to have a voice with that group. So,
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you for doing that. And I'd like to say congratulations to Pastor Ethel Braxton. Pretty impressive resume. it's great to have people like that in our community doing good things the way she does. That's really awesome. So get right into the whole thing with the snowstorm. Thanks to Tilly and his crew, guys and girls, everybody did a great job. The police department did a fantastic job. You guys were really busy. And then, of course, these last couple of days, we had some pretty bad accidents. And that's really rough and sad when somebody loses their life. You guys really step up, as you always do. The fire departments, I know they had people there on standby. I used to do it years ago. It was a snowstorm, and you're there for 10, 12 hours so that you don't have to try to get to the fire station through all the snow and everything. So thanks to all of them, whoever did that. Great job. Rescue squad, they were busy. My stepdaughter runs with the rescue squad. She was busy. She would come home and tell me how busy they were. So it's just like Deputy Mayor Cheek said, it was a well-oiled machine. And everybody did a really good job. You know, very, very few complaints. And unfortunately, when we did get a complaint and sent somebody back out there, then I'd get 5 more complaints that you just plowed their driveway back in. So it's a fine line you have to plow. But you guys did a really good job. The whole time, with everybody out with the electric being out, Brett was on the phone. I was on the phone. There were conference calls every day with Atlantic Electric. Our liaison with Atlantic Electric, she was really good. She kept us informed on where they were going, and whenever we would tell her where somebody was, she would check, make sure that they were on the list. And I hope everybody understands that they compile a list and it goes down and they look and see who needs to get turned on first. You know, you got to remember there's municipal buildings, there's fire departments, the police department, stuff like that. Although we have backup generators, some places they might not be working. They want to get their electric on first. And then, of course, it goes to a problem where the most residents are out. So get them turned back on. I had quite a few people where they were the only person on their street that had no electric, and they couldn't understand why they weren't getting turned on right away. So you got to explain to them, you know, you're on the list, you're there, it's coming, but you have to understand there's a street where there's 15 people that are out. They're trying to get them on first. But I think everything went really well. As Eric said, you know, everybody's beating up on the electric company for their you know, how expensive it is, but they did a good job. They brought in outside contractors, and they were great. I ran in, I believe it was Tuesday morning. I was at Wawa, ran into a friend of mine. He said, yeah, my street's on, but I'm off. And there was a guy standing there, and he said, what's your address? And he told him what his address was. He says, I'll look into it and see what I can do. And he was a contractor. It wasn't from Atlantic Electric. He was just a contractor. And I checked with my buddy later on. He said, yeah, he showed up at my house and turned my electric on. It was just, you know, the breaker up at the pole was out. So it was real simple. And that just shows, you know, people listen and they hear and they want to try to do good. And that was a really good thing to hear. Shout out to Asphalt Appeal. They did a good job. I heard good things about, you know, I saw the Asphalt Appeal truck come down my street. You know, it's a great Dirk's Auto. I guess they gave us 3 loaders and helped out a lot. So these local businesses really stepped up and helped out. And not only do, you know, I'm sure they do things and they don't charge us for it either. You know, they help things out. You know, it's neighbors helping neighbors, and that's what it's all about. So
They didn't get paid?
oh no, they got paid. But there was times when I'm sure they did stuff that
because I was gonna say
you
all
know,
that work they
no,
got paid.
they
for
got
that.
paid. They deserve it. So just shout out to everybody that had their hands in it. It was a lot of work. I also know that I think it was Chris Tilley went out today and went down to different roads and got a list of all the trees that are leaning on telephone wires, electric wire, whatever. Made a list, sent it to the NJDOT, sent another list to the county. So just so everybody knows, we've told the county and the state where the problems are. So that's the best we can do. We're not allowed to touch that stuff. So, hopefully they get out there and they fix what they have to fix. I know, I'm sure we have a few more things we got to get cleaned up, but for the most part, we're in really, really good shape. So good job. Coming up, the fourth annual Gail Luderitz PTA basket auction. It's on Saturday, March 14th. Doors open at 4. Raffle starts at 6. And that is at, I don't know if it's at Davies or Hess. I guess I should have checked that. Is it Davies? Yeah. Okay, it's at Davies. How's that? We'll roll the dice and say it's at Davies. And I think that's all for me. I talked enough. So Reagan, I will see you soon. And Maddie, I miss you and I love you and I hope to see you soon. So with that, we'll open it up to.
I have one more comment, if I could, Mayor. Sorry. So I just want to comment about the contractors. So we were short on contractors this storm, so we did reach out to Asphalt Appeal. We reached out to Dirks. They showed up, and they treated us very fair. They could have hit us because we were very much in need. They didn't. They treated us very fair with the pricing. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize our code enforcement staff. 4 of them jumped in Public Works trucks and plowed. Some of them were in trucks for over 16 hours plowing because we were shorthanded. So I just wanted to recognize them as well. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Go ahead.
You know, we did make Channel 6.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, they happened to be there today. I showed
Yeah, I saw this. I saw it too.
at the Public Works. I mean, we didn't
They
go
wanted to take a video of our giant pile of salt that we had.
Yeah, and we made the newspaper too, so I was really excited
Yes,
about
very
that.
good.
So I just wanted to say, and share that little piece of information. And one more thing about our fire department. I did not know what our firefighters are volunteer. We all know that. But I did not know, maybe over 25 years ago, when my parents did have a property here in Hamilton Township, that Chris Tilley was a teenager and was at the house when my father and mother had a fire. And I was pointing to the property and I was saying, you know, I said, the fire department was so good, they came and put tarp down. You know, they put tarp down to keep things from being destroyed. And he looked at me and said, I was there too. I was a teenager. And it's just going full circle. So I just wanted to say that about our fire department. They don't, well, they're getting a little something now, but they're not paid staff. And the jobs that they do is phenomenal. So how would I know over 25 years later, I'm going to be working on the township committee, and Chris Tilley is going to be the director of Public Works, who helped my father and mother 25 years ago. So I just couldn't let that go. I just had to say something about that. Thank you for allowing me that space.
And I was reminded to say one other thing. As of March 1st, legal notices will be published on the township website only, not in the newspapers. So with that, I will now open it up to public comment.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Lita Graham, Chair for the MUA. I would like to say congratulations, Dr. Witherspoon. With regard to the snowstorm, I do want to point out that we also lost electricity to all of our properties. We had backup generators. No one lost their water. No one lost their sewer services. And I think the township as a whole did a really, really, really good job. I didn't have water. I suffered for 3 days. But everybody else did really, really well, and I'm glad.
You did tell me that you didn't get plowed either. So.
No, we didn't. But we had somebody plow the driveway, and they did a one pass on the whole street, so we got out. I do want to thank Mr. Solicitor for straightening out the issue with respect to our newest member, and I do want to congratulate Mr. Jim House and welcome him aboard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a motion to close?
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. We will be going into executive session. So we have, will we be coming out?
Yes, there will be formal action there.
There will be formal action?
Correct.
So do I hear a motion to adjourn to executive session?
So move.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. Close executive and come into open.
Motion to close?
Second.
I have a motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Do I have to make a motion to come into open now? Or we already did that, right? Okay. Okay, so we have a resolution authorizing the execution of a memorandum of agreement between Township of Hamilton and Teamsters Union Local 331, blue and white collar. So that's the first one, right? Then and then a memorandum of agreement between Township of Hamilton, Local 331 communications officers. So we got to do both separate. Okay. So the first one is for blue and white collar.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we need a roll call vote? Roll call vote, please.
Okay, Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patali?
Yes.
All yes.
And memorandum of agreement between Township of Hamilton and Teamsters Local 331 communications officers.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Aiken?
Yes.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Patali?
Yes.
All yes.
And that's it. So now, motion to close, to adjourn.
To adjourn. Motion?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Thank you.